Okay, it's starting to slowly grow back. I'm gonna keep this intro short because we got a bunch of stuff we need to get done within the next hour. I gotta stop by Home Depot because I need 3 to 4 sets of 2 feet long pieces of lumber. I need to get more toothpaste because I'm just out of toothpaste. And if I have the time, I need to stop by my local computer store to see if they have a USB-C to a USB 3.0 cable because the adapter, or not the adapter, but the hub that I have on my table does not support USB-C. So I need to see if I can find like some kind of conversion kit or something. And for reference, this is the hub that I'm talking about. It's one of those Sabrin hubs. It's got 4 USB 3.0 slots, but that's it. No slots for USB-Cs or anything. And I wanted to be able to just plug my camera directly in here instead of having to take out the micro SD card that fits right in this little thing right here. But the problem is it's so tiny, it's so annoying to get out of here sometimes. So I want to get some kind of converting kit that I can use for this to make it a little bit easier. And since we're on a very specific time crunch, I'll just show you when I get back the exact reason why I need said pieces of lumber. It's mainly for my PC setup. The PCs that I have, one of them sits on the floor currently, so I need to get something that it can rest on properly. I've been doing a bunch of like cable management changes and stuff to the office. We got a bunch of things we need just to help clean up the flow of the office and make sure everything's just nice and neat and easy. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Like I said before we left the apartment, the goals today: Home Depot, get some wood. Maybe 3 to 4 is a little excessive. We might just get 2 because I think I only really need 2 in hindsight. I'm not sure yet. So get 2 pieces of wood, get the USB-C converter piece. Hopefully they sell them. Okay, we are at Home Depot. Like usual, I don't think I'm gonna take the camera with me inside the store. I don't know, man. Like, people feel weird when they see a camera come in their stores. I don't want to cause any unnecessary issues and stuff. I don't ever want to be stopped by somebody and have them say, hey, you can't film here. I don't want to deal with that. So we're going to go here, grab this really quick. And when I'm back, I'll have 2 pieces of giant lumber in my hands. All right, mission accomplished. We got the wood. Apparently, if you pick out like a 10-foot piece, I don't go to Home Depot often, okay? I live in an apartment complex. If you get the whole thing like this, like if you get the whole 10-foot piece and have somebody cut it in half, you still technically got to pay for the whole thing. So these are about 22 inches and some change in length. And I didn't want the whole thing, so I just let them have the rest. It only cost me like $3, so it wasn't a big deal, honestly. All right, so now we just need to stop at my local computer store. I had to think about it for a second. My local computer store. And why is my engine light on? Excuse me? Oh, never mind, okay. I was tweaking for a second, I'm like, why is the rental's engine light on? But okay. So we need to stop and get the USB-C device that I was talking about. And we need to get the toothpaste. And I think I'm gonna get a detox smoothie while we're at it. I'm going on like basically a no sugar cleanse thing, but I think a detox smoothie with no added sugar aside from whatever comes from the apples that they put in it, that should be okay, right? That should be okay. That doesn't break the rule, I don't think. If it does, somebody let me know. I don't want to break my own rules, but I think it should be okay. So we're gonna go grab those couple of things really quick and then keep it pushing. And when we get back to the office, I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. It's really simple and straightforward stuff, nothing like super special. I just felt like recording today, because why not, man? It's kind of fun to keep track of my like little adventures and whatever. I am so happy to see my hair already growing back, honestly. Like, it was just a little too short, so having it at this length is sort of what I was aiming for. No, definitely a little taller than this, but it's a start. It's growing back, so that's all that matters. I'll definitely have it looking the way I want it to within like the next couple of weeks or something. And then before I go to Kai Champs, we'll get it shaped up, cleaned up, get all the tapering and everything re-tapered. Re-tapered. I'm gonna make sure they do not touch the length of my hair whatsoever. Like, we're keeping it at a decently long length this time around. Now, I don't want it to be as long as it's been for the last few months, but I definitely want it longer than this. Like, maybe like up here, you know, just a little bit more going outwards too, like from the back. It was just too short. It was way too short. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff in here. We got a bunch of stuff for some of the cable management I'm gonna be doing. We got food, BB Bop specifically because it's good for you. No cheese or anything on here. Just kale, cabbage, kimchi, rice, broccoli, bean sprouts, Korean beef, carrots, and corn. That's all that's in here. I don't get sauces or anything, none of that. And then we've got the 2 pieces of wood. So we're gonna go home. I need to get all this stuff upstairs in some way, shape, or form. I actually have no idea how I'm gonna carry all of this. So yeah, let's go home. Let's get all this in there and then start working on some stuff in the office. Okay, so the microphone's actually on this time. So we got a bunch of different little items here. I'm gonna set this down like right here and turn off face tracking for a hot second. There we go. So I got this D-line cover kit to kind of put under the desk. So it's got like an adhesive side and everything. I'm gonna put this under the desk and then thread all of my cables through it. I'm hoping it works like how I'm thinking it will. Apparently it comes with a lot of different pieces, so we can kind of play around with it. But I wanted to avoid having stuff stick to the walls and stuff because I still live in an apartment, and if it damages the wall, well, we gotta pay for that. So I got that. I got these 2 USB-C to USB 3.0 adapters because my PC doesn't have any form of USB-C connectivity. It's got the cables and everything inside the case, but my motherboard doesn't support USB-C cables. So, but I just needed these for one of my hubs so my camera can plug directly into said hub. It's got like a little connection port right there for the USB-C, and then it's got a 3.0 on the other side. So I got a couple of these, one for in-house, one for when I'm on the road. It's probably a little silly to buy 2 of the same thing, but I like having duplicates of items like this because A, they're not that expensive. This is like 11 bucks. That's probably a little expensive. But B, I don't want to forget something like this and I need it. Now my travel computer does have USB-C ports, but I think something might be wrong with them. At least from my experience, they didn't work like they're supposed to. So I'm grabbing an extra one just in case. And then you got a 6-foot, what is this? Yeah, this is a DisplayPort cable. 6-foot DisplayPort cable for my other PC, which I'll show you in a minute what that's looking like. And then we got a 6-foot cable, HDMI cable. I'm giving my monitors a little bit more stretching room basically, so when they raise up and down, because obviously I have standing desks and stuff, nothing gets tugged or pulled or anything. And I think that the cables that they currently have are about 3 feet long. This is 6 feet and this is 6 feet. So this is basically exactly what I need. And then I got some industrial strength stickum strips that'll go on the underside of my desk. I'm gonna put my surge protector on here and try to organize the cables that are hooked to it in some kind of way. We'll see how this goes. I honestly don't know how well this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyway. And this is what I was talking about, by the way, when I wanted that lumber. I wanted something for my PC to sit on so it's not sitting on a raw carpet. I did think about putting this second piece under there to get a little bit more elevation. So currently I just have an extra piece kind of chilling, to be honest. I already have one over here under my main PC that I've had for like 6 or 7 years now. So we just have an extra piece of wood just sitting around now. Also, I do apologize for the mess that is this cable management. This is actually better than what it was about, I want to say 3 or 4 days ago. Trust me, it was worse than this. We've managed to tidy up over here significantly. I found some ways to kind of work around it, some Velcro straps to put some of the power supplies for my monitors on like the legs of the table and stuff. We've got these little mesh cable cover things. So it looks a little bit neater. Still needs some more work though, so that's what all the extra supplies and stuff are for. Okay, so after, I want to say about 40 minutes of tinkering with all of the cables in my office, reorganizing everything, rewiring everything, we sort of fixed our cable management issue. Let me show you. Okay, so we were able to use the new Velcro, like industrial branded straps to hook my entire huge surge protector to the underside of my table. So that's sticking up there nice and securely now, which is pretty good. Now we've got these white, like plastic cable hiders that have a bunch of wires and stuff going right through them. So overall, at first glance, this is basically everything that you see, which really doesn't look that much different from what I had already here earlier today. The only thing that sucks is this is in the way now, so my standing desk cannot go all the way down, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do for that. Either I'm gonna have to remove it, or I'm gonna have to adhesive all of those power blocks to the underside of my table, maybe. Either way, it's still kind of fun experimenting with stuff like this. Obviously, there's still a lot more work that could probably be done to improve the overall look and quality of this layout, but you know, we're figuring things out. It just takes some time. So I also removed my 100-foot Ethernet cable and replaced it with a blue one that I've got that's a lot shorter and will go right up to my router like it's nothing. The 100-foot one was just adding extra cables and junk over here for no reason. So that's gone. And then over here, we basically did the same thing, sorta. We really didn't adjust too much over here, actually. It's relatively the same. So I was gonna use the white like tube cable hider things, but I didn't really find a good spot for them over here. So it's probably just gonna stay this way. Whenever I raise this or lower this table, like I just did, this will literally pop off this little like cable, like clip thing that'll like hide the cables and stuff. Like this going back down forces all the cables through here. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way that I wanna wire this. Like maybe we won't be able to use this exactly like how I want to. Maybe we will have to use the white panels that I have or something in place of that tubing because it just makes it act weird and annoying. So we're gonna have to fix that. Everything else is fine for now. I'm gonna have to try to figure it out again. I really do enjoy my setup. I'm glad I'm gonna be able to actually use this PC now because I didn't want it to have to breathe on carpet. And then here is my USB hub that I've got. The only thing I kind of don't like about this is how free flowing it is. So maybe I'll put like a Velcro strap or something on the underside so it doesn't move. But we've got the new USB-C to 3.0 extension piece hooked in here. So I actually, once I'm done recording this video, I'm actually gonna test and see if this works. This entire experiment didn't go exactly as I planned, but it is still kind of fun to play around with things and try and figure them out. So I'm gonna mess with some of these cables in here a little bit more. I didn't even end up using the HDMI and DisplayPort cables that I ended up buying. So I might just return those to the computer store because I didn't use them and I don't think I'm gonna need them. Having done all these experiments and played around with some stuff, I would rather return all these cables instead of just having them sit around doing nothing because I've got plenty of spare HDMI cables, but I didn't have many 6-foot cables. And the 6-foot cables were a lot shorter than I thought they were gonna be, so I'm not disappointed about that. I just need to find a better system, pretty much. Like, there's a lot I need to really redo in here still. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, I guess it was a vlog, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more content, guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.